Hey guys, it's me again and I'm back for another workout video. Today's video is not going to be a workout per se, but I will be doing a full warm-up routine that you can do at the beginning of your workouts. As everybody should know, warm-up is very important, not just when you're doing workouts, but also when you're doing any kind of physical activity. I will be doing a full warm-up routine starting from your head all the way down to your legs. I will also be focusing on how you can improve your flexibility, which will definitely help you feel better when you're doing your workouts. And as a bonus, I will give you some tips and exercises that you can do to help you get down on your side splits. So when you're ready, let's go! Alright, we're going to start with our head stretch, legs wide apart on a comfortable standing position. Grab your head to the side and just stretch your opposite arm on the side. Flex your hand. Push those shoulders down. We're going to stay here for a bit. Make sure all throughout this routine you're breathing regularly. Inhale and exhale. A few more seconds here. Feel a stretch on the side of your neck. And we're going to stretch other side, grab the side of your neck, and extend the opposite arm. Alright, let's stay here for a bit. Feel the stretch on the side of your neck. Make sure you're not lifting your shoulders up, avoiding the tension of your shoulder. Push it down as much as possible. Lengthening your neck also while doing this stretch. 4 seconds here. Flexing your hands as much as you can. Feel the stretch of your shoulders as well. 4 more seconds. And release. And then we're going to stretch our head down the back of our neck, wrapping the back of your head, pulling it down. Remember, continue breathing. And exhale. A few more seconds here. And release. Then we're going to look up, stretch the front part of our neck. Remember again, lengthening your neck and not crunching it to avoid any kind of tightness. Make sure you're lengthening your neck and looking up and stretching it. Stay here for a bit. Again, no tightness in your shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are down. A few more seconds. Rotate. And other side, twice. 1, slowly. And 2. And 1 more, other side, twice again. 1 and 2. Other side. And 2. Alright, from here, arms to the side, you're going to grab one arm and twist, stretching your shoulders and your upper back as well. If you want more stretch, you can twist a little bit to feel more stretch. A few more seconds here. Release. Then we're going to grab the back of our elbow and stretch this part of your upper back and your shoulder. you want more stretch in this position, you can grab the back of your hand and also feel the stretch on this part of your other arm. And release, and we're going to grab the other arm and stretch. Stay here for a few seconds. Side, grab the other elbow, and stretch. Again, if you want more stretch, you can grab your other arm. If you can't grab it, you can just stay here and just reach for the other arm as far as you can. Release from here. We're just going to do side stretches, feeling the stretch of the side of your body. Hands to the side of your ear, and stretch. Stay here for a few seconds, breathing in and out. We're going to do this a couple times, and open to the side and other side. Stretch, and one more to the side. And center, other side stretch. Going deeper into the stretch. Center. Now from here, slightly turn out your legs. We're going to do 4 deep plies to warm up your thighs and your legs. So we're going to go deep plie and stretch. And plie as deep as you can, making sure that your back is straight and you're not sticking your butt out. And bend, and a few more times, just to warm up your legs, and stretch, and bend, and stretch, and legs together. We're just gonna grab our knees in front, as close as possible to your chest. Find your balance and your center here. Rotate your ankles. And reverse, and grab the leg at the back, feel the stretch on the front of your thighs and your hip flexors, and release. We're going to do the other side. Remember, when you're doing this, avoid lifting your hips up. Make sure your hips are square, grabbing your legs as close as possible to your body. If you can't find the balance, you can bend your supporting knee a little bit until you find your center and stretch. And take your ankles and grab your foot at the back, find your center, bend your supporting knee, and stretch it once you found your center. And keep stretching and release. Now on the feet parallel, we're just going to roll down all the way down to the floor. As low as you can. If you can't reach the floor, you can just stay at whatever level that you can stay. Drop your body and all the way down, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. This will help you prepare for your side splits. It's very important that your hamstrings are warm. Okay, now from here, we're just going to bend our knees and stretch up a few times. So we're going to bend, slightly lift your heels up, and stretch. And bend. And getting your chest as close as possible to your knees and your thighs. Feeling the stretch on your hamstrings. And stretch. And last one. And stretch. Go back to center. Slightly bend your knees. And roll back up. Now we're going to go to our lunges. So one leg in front. Go to your lunge. Making sure that your knees are on top of your toes and not over like this. Square your hips, stretch that back knee as much as you can, pushing your hips down. Stay here for a few more seconds. And bring your knees down on the floor, hands down, and we're gonna push back to a runner stretch and sit down on your heel, flex that front foot, and stretch. Feel the stretch on the back of your legs, your calves, your hamstrings. Stay here for a few seconds. If you can't go all the way down, you can just stay in this position and you can still feel the stretch at the back of your legs. But if you can, go all the way down, chest as close as possible to your knees. And from here, we're going to go back to our lunge position with our knees on the floor, pushing your hips down. If you're just starting to get to your side splits, this is a good position to start with. You will feel the stretch on your hip flexors and your hamstrings as well. So stay here for a while, pushing those hips down. You can also feel that slight stretch on your lower back as well. And from here, one hand down, grab the back of your leg, and pull it towards your back. Stay here for a while. And release. From here, we're just going to go back to our runner stretch and back to our lunge position with your knees on the floor. We're going to do that a couple times. This is a good exercise that you can do to warm up your legs before you go to your side splits. Okay, ready? A couple times. 1, and go back. And 2. Remember, knees over your toes. Back. And last one. And back. Right? Go back up. Face front. We're going to switch to the other side. Go to your lunge and do the same thing. So stay on your high lunge, square that hips, knees over your toes, stretching your back knee as much as you can. Stay here for a while. And hands down, knees on the floor. You're gonna push back to your runner stretch. Again, if you can't go all the way down, you can just stay in this position or go all the way down. Front foot flex, feel the stretch in your calves, hamstrings, and a little bit on your lower back as well. Stay here. And go back to your lunge position with your knees down on the floor. Push that hips down. Stay here a bit. A few more seconds here. Then we're going to put one hand down, other hand grabbing your back foot and pulling it forward, closer to your back. Feeling the stretch on your hip flexors and your hamstrings in front as well. And release. We're going to do that exercise again, going to your runner stretch, to your lunge with your knees on the floor a couple times. Ready? And going back. Make sure you're breathing when you're doing this. It will help you release the tension on your muscles so that it's going to be easier for you to get down to your side splits after this. And a couple more times. And forward. And back. And forward. Alright, before we go to our side splits, let's go to our frog position. Just to open up your hips, it will help you with your splits as well. From here, we're just going to roll down and stay here for a while, making sure you're trying to push those knees down and just drop your body. Chest closer to your feet. Stay here for a while. And up. From here, we're going to stretch to the side, one hand down. Try to lower your elbow as much as you can towards the floor and stretch and avoid lifting the opposite hip. Push it down, both hips on the floor. Stay here for a few seconds. You can also feel the stretch a little bit on your lower back, which is good. And center, we're going to do the other side. One hand down, elbows close as possible to the floor, hands beside your ear, both hips on the floor. And center. Now we're going to slightly open your legs to our center split Open it as wide as you can. If you're only up until here, that's okay. You have to start from somewhere as long as you're in a comfortable sitting position. Now we're going to slightly stretch to the side as well. Again, keeping your hips down on the floor. Go as low as you can without lifting your hips off the floor. And back to center. We're going to stretch the other side. And go back to center. Now we're going to slowly start and get to our side splits now that our legs, our hamstrings, our calves are warm enough. So start with bending your back leg. Go to your half split with your back leg bent and just stay here for a while. Making sure that your hips are square. Keep your back straight as possible and stay here for a while. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale and exhale. Stay here for a while. And from here, slightly go forward as much as you can. If you can only reach up until here, that's okay. If you can only reach up until here, as low as you can. And just try and keep pushing yourself and go all the way down. Stay here for a while. Also feeling the stretch on this side of the lower. And from here, switch, bend your front leg and extend your back leg. Again, also keeping your hips as square as possible. And stay here for a while. You can slightly go forward here and push this hip down on the floor, keeping it open. Keeping it square against the floor and avoiding it to open like this. Stay here for a while. And reach forward if you can, as low as you can. Try to stretch that back knee as much as you can. And going back up. Now it's time to try and get on your side splits. If you can go straight to your side split and stay here for a while. If not, you can bend your front foot and go on top of your the balls of your feet at the back and just try to rock in this position. And then move your front foot forward as low as you can up until you get to your split. If you can only reach up until here, you can just stay here. And then eventually it will go lower until you get to your full splits. Let's stay here for a few more seconds, making sure that your shoulders are square and your hips as well, as much as possible. Stretching that back knee as much as you can. And relax. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. Bend your back leg, stretch your front leg, feeling, squaring your hips, and feeling the stretch on your hamstrings on your front leg. And stay here for a bit. Go down as low as you can. Again, continue breathing. It will help release the tension in your muscles. You will feel the pain, of course, with your stretching, but the breathing will help you release that tension. A few more seconds here. And up, cover, switch, bend your front leg, stretch your back leg, square your hips as much as you can. Slightly go forward. If you can only go up until here, that's fine, as long as your hips are square, and eventually you will be able to lower it down on the floor. Reach forward, body down, stay here for a while, feeling this hip opening up, and the stretch on your hamstrings. Stay here for a while. And go back up and get ready to try and go on your side splits. You can go straight to your splits, go all the way down, or you can start with your lunge. Be on the balls of your foot and just rock forward here a little bit, and then moving that front foot forward until you stretch it, and then try to go all the way down to your side split. Remember, it will take a while. If you're just starting to get to your splits, it will definitely take a while. But if you're doing it regularly, I suggest doing it in the morning. Stretching in the morning feels better and will also help you feel better and really warm and ready to start your day. So just keep on doing it up until you get to your side splits. And try to go back to the center and relax. Shake your legs a little bit. You'll definitely feel the stretch here in your hamstrings mostly, and also a little bit on your hip flexors. And you can lie down and just shake your legs to just release any tension. And hug your knees, stretch. Kind of stretch that lower back. And just lie down and relax. And that's it for the full warm-up routine for today. I hope I helped you warm up your body, prepare your muscles for whatever workout that you're doing for today. And please feel free to mix this warm-up with other workouts that I have in my channel. And I also hope that the tips and exercises that I gave you will help you get to your side splits eventually. And remember, just keep on doing it. The key is to be consistent and do these stretches regularly, and eventually you will get to your side splits and your flexibility will just get better and better. And I hope to see you all again next time, and please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to see more of my workouts. Bye!